we expect from an old and weak narcissist. They just live with very painful karma. Allow me to extend my greetings with a hearty hello and a warm welcome. In this presentation, our focal point will be on individuals characterized as narcissists in their later stages of life. Do they find themselves unable to acknowledge the relentless march of time? In simpler terms, do they undergo any form of growth? I'm particularly intrigued by the concept of their evolution and whether such transformations lean towards positivity or negativity. Moreover, a pressing concern is the security and well-being of their dear ones in the external world. As these individuals mature, how do their loved ones perceive the dynamics of their relationship with the aging narcissist? Given the inherent complexities and exceptions, it proves challenging to provide definitive answers to these inquiries. Nonetheless, let's direct our attention towards some prevalent challenges encountered by geriatric narcissists and explore potential remedies. With these considerations in mind, I trust you'll find value in this presentation and consider subscribing to my channel. It's essential to note that a sense of entitlement is often a hallmark trait of narcissists. An individual may exhibit tendencies towards combative behavior and self-centeredness. Such individuals are often excessively sensitive, defensive, and resistant to criticism. Those accustomed to positions of authority frequently resort to manipulative tactics, driven by an insatiable thirst for control and dominance. Over time, they may have found themselves estranged from past companions and lovers due to neglect in nurturing friendships and relationships in their youth. Alternatively, it's plausible that others distance themselves for their own well-being. Despite their outward demeanor, narcissists, like everyone else, can experience moments of profound loneliness, which may exacerbate feelings of severe depression. Consequently, they may strive to establish new connections or rekindle old ones by accentuating their perceived positive attributes. In the tumultuous journey of narcissists, their mid-30s often mark a phase of denial. Some among them grapple with an acute sense of vanity, convinced of their unparalleled allure despite the harsh reality. The concept of losing this magnetism in the distant future remains inconceivable to them. Even as they tread through middle age, many narcissists find themselves overly sensitive to the inevitable signs of aging. Some resort to desperate measures, accruing debt in their pursuit to defy the relentless march of time. Hair dyes, trendy attire, and anti-aging elixirs become their arsenal in the battle against wrinkles and grey hairs, striving to present a facade of eternal youth. As middle age beckons, narcissistic mothers embark on a quest to emulate their daughters' youthfulness. A subtle compliment likening them to their siblings becomes a potent tonic for their ego. Yet, in more extreme cases, these mothers may cross boundaries, attempting to entice or captivate their daughters' partners. Meanwhile, a narcissistic father assumes a regal stance within the familial hierarchy, expecting obeisance from his progeny. In his eyes, he is not merely a patriarch, but the sovereign ruler of the household, viewing all others, including his descendants, as potential challengers to his supremacy. The narcissist revels in recounting tales of their triumphs, perpetually comparing themselves favorably to their peers. Moreover, narcissistic parents are adept at overshadowing their offspring, reluctant to let their children bask in individual achievements. Should their offspring achieve success independently, the narcissistic parent is swift to swoop in and claim undue credit, leaving their children to navigate a landscape fraught with rejection, criticism, and clandestine sabotage. In the intricate dance between narcissistic parents and their adult offspring, the establishment of healthy boundaries can often trigger a strategic pivot. When confronted with their child's newfound independence, the narcissist may seek alternative avenues to exert influence, often turning to their grandchildren as unwitting pawns in their game of manipulation. Showering these innocent souls with extravagant gifts and undue attention, the narcissistic grandparent crafts a narrative of indispensability, further alienating the child's parents and sowing seeds of discord within the family unit. As the spectre of divorce looms, narcissistic grandparents may escalate their efforts to maintain control, fearing the potential loss of access to their beloved grandchildren. Mobilizing resources, they arm their young charges with mobile phones, fostering a direct line of communication and circumventing parental authority. Such gestures, though ostensibly benign, serve as a subtle reinforcement of the narcissist's supremacy, casting parental concerns as unfounded and unwarranted. Yet, beneath the veneer of generosity lies a darker motive. In the event of marital dissolution, narcissistic grandparents may view the former spouse as a threat to their continued influence and embark on a campaign of character assassination. Blinded by their own delusions of grandeur, they fail to recognize the irreparable harm inflicted upon their own flesh and blood, trading familial harmony for a fleeting illusion of control. As the sands of time erode their once formidable facade, aging narcissists grapple with the harsh reality of their diminishing allure. Stripped of the physical prowess that once defined their existence, they find solace in the echoes of past glories, weaving tales of triumph to cloak their insecurities. Yet, in their desperate bid for validation, they fail to grasp the evolving landscape of success, lamenting the perceived ease with which today's youth navigate the trials of life. In their relentless pursuit of significance, narcissists cling to the tattered remnants of their past achievements, yearning for a legacy that transcends the confines of mortality. Yet, in their fixation on the past, they remain blind to the infinite possibilities that lie ahead, ensnared in a web of their own making, forever chasing the elusive mirage of fulfillment. In contrast, some individuals stagnate, remaining trapped in a state of perpetual immaturity. Their reactions to adversity often mirror those of petulant children, resorting to temper tantrums as a misguided form of protest when faced with rejection. Their demeanor veers towards the extreme, oscillating between fits of rage and bouts of despondency, as they grapple with the perceived injustices of society. Fueled by bitterness and disillusionment, they recount tales of failed endeavours and shattered dreams, lamenting the perceived betrayals of those they once held dear. Moreover, my observations reveal a troubling tendency among narcissists to nurse grudges with an almost pathological fervour. Time fails to dull the sharp edges of past grievances, as these wounded souls cling to their perceived slights with unwavering tenacity. Despite their attempts to downplay their own shortcomings, the echoes of their selfishness and indiscretions refuse to be silenced. Rather than confront their flaws, narcissists deflect blame onto others, perpetuating a cycle of denial and victimhood. Indeed, the allure of victimhood serves as a seductive siren song for narcissists, offering a convenient scapegoat for their own misdeeds. Unwilling to confront the consequences of their actions, they retreat into a narrative of persecution, absolving themselves of accountability. Thus, the tendrils of destructive behavior continue to ensnare them, weaving a tangled web of self-deception and resentment. When narcissists succumb to their vengeful impulses, they risk severing the bonds with those few individuals who hold genuine significance in their lives. The roots of control and manipulation run deep, sprouting from a myriad of sources that transcend age barriers. When ensnared in the throes of isolation, their inability to seek genuine assistance perpetuates a cycle of despair. Rather than fixating solely on their own desires, narcissists must explore alternative avenues for fulfillment, lest their Machiavellian tactics backfire and elicit polite refusals or outright resistance from those they seek to manipulate. Furthermore, the encroaching shadow of younger generations can instill a sense of existential dread in older narcissists, triggering feelings of inadequacy and insecurity. As the sands of time trickle away, they grapple with the complexities of power dynamics, recognizing their waning influence in an ever-evolving world. In the elaborate dance of deception, covert narcissists shroud themselves in the cloak of perpetual victimhood, weaving a tapestry of woes to justify their actions. Despite a relentless pursuit of relief through futile consultations and fruitless remedies, their torment remains unabated. No elixir exists to heal their afflictions, condemning them to a perpetual state of anguish. The echoes of past traumas reverberate through their consciousness, casting a somber shadow over their mortality. In the face of such formidable adversity, hope withers, leaving them stranded in the abyss of despair. To maintain appearances, they may don a facade of cheerfulness in public, masking the indifference of their progeny. Yet, when immersed in activities they cherish, they find solace in temporary respite from their ailments. However, the passage of time inflicts a heavy toll, breeding self-destructive outbursts born from decades of resentment. Though arrogance may linger, the erosion of confidence is palpable, leaving behind a hollow shell of former grandiosity. As the years march on and mobility wanes, elder narcissists reluctantly concede to reliance on others. Yet, their abrasive demeanor and dwindling social circles make such dependency a bitter pill to swallow. Bereft of genuine companionship and faced with dwindling options, they navigate the twilight years burdened by the weight of their own making. At any moment, the fragile facade of narcissistic invincibility may crumble, plunging them into a tumultuous abyss of self-realization. Confronted with the stark reality of their isolation, they find themselves adrift, bereft of allies and devoid of refuge. Their carefully crafted web of deception unravels, leaving them exposed and impotent, their once formidable arsenal of manipulation rendered obsolete. With no defenseless prey to prey upon, they spiral into a frenzied state of desperation, grasping at shadows in a futile attempt to reclaim their lost dominance. Turning to the intricacies of aging narcissists and their impact on intimate relationships, one cannot ignore the palpable unease that accompanies the inexorable march of time. Those who have suffered beneath the narcissist's iron fist may nurse simmering resentment, yet even they may find themselves wrestling with unexpected pangs of regret. As the curtain falls on a lifetime of manipulation and coercion, the harsh glare of reality illuminates the wreckage left in its wake, compelling both victim and tormentor alike to confront the lingering ghosts of their shared past. Fed up with enduring a barrage of criticism, deceit, and unfulfilled demands, they finally reach their breaking point, unleashing their pent-up frustration. Despite this outburst, sympathy still lingers for their plight. The news of someone's grave illness, even if estranged for years, often prompts an instinctive urge to reconnect. In a surprising turn of events, the later stages may reveal glimpses of improvement as the narcissist exhausts their arsenal of falsehoods, paving the way for potential reconciliation. With nothing left to gain from deception, the possibility of truce negotiations emerges, offering victims the long-awaited apologies and closure they seek. It could be argued that in moments of solitude, stripped of the need for pretense and devoid of ulterior motives, narcissists may find themselves confronting uncomfortable truths and offering genuine contrition. Yet, this newfound humility may be accompanied by a pang of regret as they reflect on their tarnished reputation and missed opportunities for genuine connection. This narrative encapsulates the complex journey of an aging narcissist, evolving amidst the backdrop of introspection and self-discovery. As always, I'm here to provide guidance and support. If you found value in this video, consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching. Finding yourself entangled in a relationship with a narcissist and subsequently parting ways can be an agonizing ordeal, leaving you shattered and questioning your own worth. As you grapple with the aftermath, you may find yourself pondering, does the narcissist even feel the slightest twinge of remorse for causing this pain? This query resonates with many, echoing across social media platforms. Does their demeanor remain unchanged in the wake of your departure? Do they experience any semblance of emotional turmoil once the relationship concludes? The enigma of their true sentiments baffles you as you navigate the wreckage of your shattered heart. While you are consumed by genuine concern and compassion, their apparent indifference only adds to your distress, intensifying the emotional aftershocks of the breakup. The stark contrast between your profound emotional investment and their seemingly callous demeanor leaves you bewildered and seeking answers. Do they genuinely feel the loss when you walk away? How enduring is their facade of friendship? Let us delve deeper into this enigmatic realm, unraveling the intricacies of the narcissistic psyche and shedding light on the elusive nature of their emotional landscape. Today, let's delve into the intriguing question of whether narcissists truly care about your absence. This topic resonates deeply with many, stirring up a whirlwind of emotions. You, dear listener, have poured your heart into this relationship, only to find yourself grappling with conflicting emotions as you attempt to make sense of it all. While some may dismiss your feelings as mere illusions born of a facade, it's essential to acknowledge the genuine love you invested in this person. The pain of their apparent indifference cuts deep, leaving you longing for their presence despite the turmoil they've caused. Their promises of unwavering love and eternal devotion echo in your mind, yet their actions paint a starkly different picture. This dissonance between their words and deeds breeds confusion and cognitive dissonance, leaving you stranded in a sea of uncertainty. In our quest to ease our pain, we often cling to the comforting notion of love, blinding ourselves to the harsh reality that their actions speak louder than their words. This internal conflict can foster a bond akin to addiction, trapping us in a cycle of highs and lows fueled by empty promises and dashed hopes. Breaking free from this toxic dynamic is no easy feat, as the trauma bond clouds our judgment and distorts our perception of reality. Yet, as we embark on this journey of self-discovery, may we find solace in the knowledge that our worth transcends the fleeting affections of those who fail to appreciate our true value. Many ponder, does the narcissist truly care when you're absent? It's a question laden with complexity, especially when you've invested so much of yourself into the relationship. You'd expect reciprocity, wouldn't you? However, the narcissist's concern for your absence is shrouded in self-serving motives, not genuine empathy. When you depart, the narcissist's foremost worry revolves around their carefully crafted image. They fret over how your absence will tarnish the facade they've meticulously cultivated. Take, for instance, my own experience when my spouse was away. My immediate concern was the impact on my public persona. How could I spin the narrative to absolve myself of any wrongdoing? Maintaining the illusion of being a virtuous, dependable partner was paramount, for that was the narrative I had convinced myself of. Thus, I dwelled on how my departure would be perceived by others, my family, my community, my peers, and strategized accordingly. Furthermore, there's often a calculated effort to induce a reverse dumping prior to your departure. By making your life unbearable, the narcissist orchestrates a scenario where you willingly walk away, sparing them the onus of terminating the relationship. I, too, clung to this fallacy, bolstering my self-image as a fundamentally good person. It allowed me to evade the uncomfortable truth of my harmful and abusive behavior, cloaking myself in the guise of victimhood to garner sympathy and validation from those around me. In essence, the narcissist's concern for your absence is not rooted in genuine care or remorse, but in the preservation of their facade and the perpetuation of their self-serving narrative. Narcissists often resort to deceptive tactics to maintain a facade of being virtuous, despite their actions suggesting otherwise. This fixation on preserving their image becomes especially pronounced during a breakup when the other party is absent. In such instances, the narcissist may employ a technique known as hoovering to perpetuate their illusion. Hoovering serves a dual purpose for narcissists. Firstly, it allows them to portray themselves as benevolent individuals who made genuine efforts to reconcile the relationship. By attempting to lure you back, they create the narrative that they've exhausted all avenues for reconciliation, thereby absolving themselves of any blame. This manipulation bolsters their self-image as devoted and virtuous beings, reinforcing their distorted reality. Secondly, hoovering serves as a means for narcissists to tarnish your reputation while enhancing their own. They engage in character assassination, fabricating falsehoods, and leveling baseless accusations against you to elevate themselves. By vilifying you and shifting blame onto your shoulders, they aim to elevate their own standing at your expense. In extreme cases, narcissists may resort to discarding you entirely to safeguard their image. They concoct elaborate falsehoods, such as accusations of infidelity or abuse, in a desperate bid to evade accountability and maintain their facade of righteousness. Ultimately, their actions during your absence reveal their self-serving priorities, which prioritize their image over your well-being. When a relationship concludes, a narcissist's primary concern often revolves around maintaining their image. They obsess over how the breakup will be perceived by others and strategize ways to enhance their public perception. Winning and projecting a favorable image supersedes their consideration for your feelings or the truth. Regardless of the repercussions for others, their sole objective remains preserving their facade and reputation. This self-centered fixation epitomizes narcissistic behavior, and understanding it can provide insight into their actions during your absence. In addition to image preservation, narcissists prioritize two other factors when you're not around: money and power, particularly control. Control is paramount for narcissists, representing their sense of dominance and authority. Losing control over you upon your departure rattles them to their core, as they're accustomed to manipulating and exerting influence over you. Consequently, the prospect of relinquishing control instills profound fear and prompts them to take drastic measures to regain it. Narcissists grapple with persistent thoughts centered on reclaiming control, pondering how to reassert authority over you. This fixation stems from an intense aversion to losing control, as it threatens their perceived identity and survival. One manifestation of their desperation to regain control is hoovering, a term used to describe their relentless efforts to re-establish dominance after a breakup or when you initiate separation. Hoovering tactics serve as a means for narcissists to claw back the power they perceive to have lost. Narcissists resort to manipulative tactics, even going as far as orchestrating scenarios to make it appear as though you initiated the breakup, all to assert their dominance and maintain control. By crafting a narrative where it seems like you're the one leaving, they perpetuate the illusion of being in command of the situation. This deceptive maneuvering serves as a crucial component of their strategy to retain control post-breakup. For narcissists, their image, wealth, and power reign supreme, and they spare no effort in safeguarding these aspects of their lives. Understanding their deep-seated fear of losing control, fixation on appearances, and concern for financial stability is essential when contemplating severing ties with a narcissist. When grappling with legal matters, such as divorce or custody battles involving a narcissist, their obsession with image, money, and control often takes center stage. Their disregard for anything beyond these priorities becomes glaringly evident. They demonstrate a lack of concern for your well-being and that of any children involved, showcasing negligent and erratic behavior. This neglect extends to pets and other aspects of the relationship, highlighting their self-serving nature and willingness to cause harm. When doubts start to cloud your mind and confusion sets in, it's crucial to remember a key principle. Actions speak louder than words. Despite their assurances of care and affection, what truly matters is how they behave. Pay close attention to their consistent actions that demonstrate love, respect, and consideration, especially in their interactions with you and the children. Narcissists often put up a facade of continued caring and interest post-breakup, but their true concerns lie elsewhere, in safeguarding their image, finances, and control. When questioning whether they genuinely care about the breakup, focus on their primary anxieties. Are they grappling with the loss of your contributions to their image, financial stability, or power dynamics? These are the aspects that truly matter to them and weigh heavily on their minds in your absence. In the narcissist's world, self-preservation reigns supreme. Their primary concerns orbit around themselves, their wealth, and maintaining control. Every move they make is calculated to safeguard these pillars of their existence, even if it means disregarding the well-being of others. Your departure from their life is filtered through the lens of how it threatens their carefully crafted narrative of success and dominance. Amidst the turmoil, it's essential to reassure yourself that you're not alone in this journey. Your thoughts and emotions are valid, and countless others have walked a similar path, facing similar challenges. Seek support from others who understand, whether it's through therapy, support groups, or simply sharing your experiences. Remember, there is hope, and with the right guidance and perseverance, healing is possible. Understanding the narcissist's priorities, image, money, and control can empower you to navigate the complexities of the situation. Reach out for help and connect with those who have traversed similar terrain. Together, you can find solace, strength, and a way forward. In conclusion, navigating life with a narcissist can be arduous, but with knowledge and support, you can overcome the obstacles. Thank you for taking the time to read this. If you found it helpful, please consider liking and sharing it with others who may benefit. Your engagement enables us to continue providing valuable insights. Thank you for your support.